Somebody ought to tell him.
Tell him what?
About outboard motors.
Come on.
You really want me to?
You think I'm gonna carry it all down by myself?
Yeah, I'm trying to conserve a little strength. You know, it's gonna be a long weekend, and you know Vicky.
No, I don't know Vicky, but I'm just as glad she's meeting us at the Cape and not riding up with us. She sounds like the #1 kook in Massachusetts.
Because she rides a motorcycle, wears black boots, and has a big white belt with Vicky spelt on it and rhinestones?
I still don't know why you didn't let Charlotte fix you up with one of her friends.
Oh, not another Radcliffe girl with those black stockings to here. We'll talk about it Monday when the returns are in.
Come on, you tanker. Get out of the
shirt, the shirt, the shirt.
Isn't that my jacket there?
Yeah. Sweet Cheerio.
I don't care what you say. I still think riding a motorcycle is obscene.
Well, I just been waiting for you, man. I just been here waiting. Some cat tried to take your wheels, and I came on the scene and he cut out. So I climbed in here and keep the home fires burning. But you're back on, so I'll hit the bricks.
Just a minute.
Bye.
I said, wait a minute.
You got your Cheerio, man. I'm going.
Let him go. Leave him alone.
He was trying to steal a car.
I said let him go.
Look, he was trying to steal a car.
You don't know what's bugging him. He's got a birdcage on his foot.
What?
He's all strung out behind H. Dope.
Charlotte, call the police. Tell him he's headed down Beacon Street toward the public gardens. I'll follow him. Come on.
No, I'll sit this one out.
You know, I don't dig you.
You follow him, you will.
want to talk to you.
You're wasting your time, because I'm going. No sense you're going, too, because I can amble like Daddy Longlegs, you know?
Wait a minute.
I got a weapon here, man. Change your mind, huh? Now look around you. It's a good day and a good place to reflect on a question, what are you doing here on this scene? A good quiet day to go back to your friends and let people be. All right, man?
The knife, huh?
Look, don't let him take me, man. Look, I was just watching your car for you. Look, you don't know if these cops are building me. You don't know if they're getting to me. I haven't got a knife. It's only a skate key.
The way he held it, the way it flashed in the sun, it looked like a switchblade.
Get down like for push-ups.
Look, don't let him touch me. Look, I'm clean, Mr. Honest. I'm clean.
Okay, did you threaten this man?
Come on, with a skate key?
What's the key for?
Well, it's just a little key. I got it off the sidewalk. I like the way it feels in my hand. Makes me think about when I was a kid.
This is your day for picking up things, like cars, huh?
Well, I was just sitting in it. I told you.
How about that?
Broke into the glove compartment.
Well, Sonny, that's the Hummer.
Well, look, I got my rights, see?
Roll up your sleeve, huh? Come.
No, I've been sick.
Look.
I've been sick.
Okay, kid, we'll go downtown and talk about it some more.
Please don't let him take me, mister.
What happens to him now?
But please, mister!
Well, if he's got a dirty jacket at headquarters, he's going for a long trip. If he's clean, you got your charge, attempted grand theft. You better come right in and make out your complaint. 154 Berkeley, Bison Narcotics Unit. Ask for Calder, that's me.
Seen the way he pleaded with me. He actually got down on his knees and cried. Forget it. What's the matter with you today?
Just forget it, will you?
Wow.
Knock off the mood music and stop sulking. Come on in. You're a witness, too.
Just remember, it's your idea.
The only thing these hills are guilty of is being run down.
See, I told you.
Who's the connection?
Oh, look, man, you know it's tight in town. I can't find a man. Now, you cops have cooled. Ever since yesterday, I've been looking all over for the man. That's why I had to go back on the wind, looking for a new connection.
You're a long way from home, three kids. So just calm down, will you? The lab is still checking your laces. Some of you schmeckers have been soaking the laces in 2-grain solution.
Yeah.
been arrested before?
Yeah.
Where? What charge?
For being alive after midnight.
And you're not in our files. What state you from? Hmm? Where's home?
Home, that's where they got the fountainhead, where they measure you for the couch, make the tailor-made traumas. You know the old jazz, hate thy old man and mother?
Yeah, well, we don't shrink heads here, so spare me the Freud, will you? You folks want to step over here for a minute? Hey, look at this. You'll never be alone, now or ever. Always your Laura. Where is she, kid?
What's the difference? You won't let me out.
Says who?
You think I don't know the narco laws? You know, like California. See, you catch you with a habit out there. I don't mean just the pushers and sellers. And not only the wholesalers and the margin men, the big shots. Just a poor panicked man like me, see? 3 months at a minimum. And ace if you have a large habit. In Illinois, if you don't register as an addict, 6 months and a year in Michigan. I think we were lepers.
Calder. Well, bring him back. What, do you expect him to walk around with those shoelaces?
So what do you throw at me here?
On the narco charge? Nothing. We didn't find any Harry on you. If we had, I'd bury you for possession, but you'd already hyped it, so we can't hold you. That's the law in Massachusetts. But there's still a car rap.
Oh, mister, I didn't take your car. When you came out, I cut out, didn't I? I didn't cause you any trouble, did I?
You're causing me some trouble. Now, shut up. Did you get that complaint form at the desk?
Yes, sir. Well, I haven't filled it out yet.
You haven't what?
What if we just drop the charges?
What do you want to do that for? Look at him. He's already starting to sneeze. Here, I'll show you. Hey, where's your next fix coming from? Hey, how about some lunch, huh? You see? All he's got in his mind is his next boost. Says he had one at 7 this morning. It's going on noon. Looks like a two-grainer to me. The panic has already started. Look, young fella, you better get the picture. Guys like this are hopeless. The public seems to think that addicts are beatniks, poets, musicians, way-out types who shoot for kicks. Well, sure, we get a few of those, too, but most of our trade is stuff like this baby here. Just a bag of bones, more of a menace to himself than anybody else. Just a no-good, gone-for-broke bum who's better off in jail where maybe, just maybe, because he can't put his hands on any narco, he might shake the habit. Here, ask this one why he's a user. To make rainbows in the sky? Not on your life. Just so he can get out of bed and start the day, so he can get normal, so a fix could bring him even with the rest of us. Here. See this? Money? $2 change. That'll buy him nowhere. Even if he got lucky on the street and made a contact. If I let him out of here, you know what he'll do? Huh? He'll bust into some drugstore or doctor's office, any place where he can steal himself another day. No. The best thing all the way around is to lock him up, and that's why you are going to press charges.
But he's sick.
Around here, miss, we don't get any well people. Sure, he's sick. But if he really wanted to help himself, he could turn himself into the Public Health Service office, couldn't you, Arnie? And go to the government hospital in Lexington and let the best narco docs in the country take care of you. Do you see any Kentucky bluegrass on this baby?
What if we took him?
Took him where?
My place?
Miss, I've been in this for a long, long time.
Maybe that's the trouble.
Well, I think it's a good idea. If we stick with him while he goes through that period, what do they call it?
Withdrawal.
Cold turkey.
He might get it out of his system.
Like wringing out alcoholics. They go right back in for seconds, miss. Look, I understand what you want to do. You want to help him, so do I. But the best thing for him is to lock him up. Arnie and I, we understand that, don't we, Arnie?
If we could get him through that first stage, maybe he'd agree to turn himself in at Lexington. I'll drop the charges if you'll agree to try. And let us try with you.
How about it?
The best way to fight back, man, surrender.
That's a great motto to live by.
Well, how do you handle barbed wire?
You see? Impossible.
Yes or no?
Why not?
Okay. Here. Lace up. Then follow the sun. Soon as you're wrung out, say Monday morning at the outside, go. And don't land back in Boston. Clear?
Oh, he'll be in Lexington by then. I know he will.
Treasure the thought, miss. And have a happy weekend.
We're not going to take him. This is wrong, and it's crazy, and I think the whole deal stinks. Leave him alone. Do him a favor. Leave him here where he belongs. Who wants him? Who wants to help him? Let him drop dead.
I don't want to talk about it. I said what I had to say.
So we're just gonna pretend you didn't say it and I didn't hear it?
Is he worth it?
I don't know, but even if he isn't, that doesn't take me off the hook.
Tell me something, Todd. Are you really with him, or are you above it?
I don't have to wallow in his filth to try and help him.
That's what you think now. Let me tell you something, buddy. In a contest like this, you against that junkie, watch out. He's from another world. He can tune you in and out like a Sputnik. To you, there's 12 inches in a foot. To him, a foot can be anything. Something under a microscope, something that stretches from coast to coast. He can cut you down easier than you can lift him up. You big enough for that job?
If you try, you're big enough.
Sure. I'll tell you what. I'll drop you all off at Charlotte's, and then I'll drive up to the Cape by myself for the weekend.
Just like that.
Just like that.
We'll take a cab. You can cut out right now. I wouldn't want you to keep Vicky waiting.
What about all the sandwiches?
They're all yours. The tuna fish and the peanut butter and the salami. You're really going, huh?
Like the song says, if you don't believe I'm going, count the days I'm gone.
I hope you choke on the salami.
It eliminated my capricious suitors. Man has to be really dedicated to climb those stairs.
Well, didn't Leander swim the Hellespont to be with Hero?
I hear he drowned.
You read.
And everything.
Well, I think we'd all feel a lot better if we had some lunch, so I think I'll go in the other room and change. Hey, how about a mushroom omelet? Something simple and gay.
There's a cat who digs. There's not the getting there that counts, it's the going.
What's your last name, Arnie?
Go, man, go. Huh? Keep balling, cousin. 'Cause you won't last forever.
I'm Todd Stiles, Lady Charlotte Lee.
Good solid names. Wear 'em in health. Hey, what'd we ever do, huh? Not our fault we were born. Who asked for a ticket? These things don't bug you, huh?
What things?
The gauze that covers everything. This is a mothball world, man. So bundle up so the chill of society doesn't freeze your marrow.
I still don't know your last name, Arnie.
All right, so a big deal, okay? Arnie, that's enough. Set that to music. Look, man, I'm way past due.
Try not to think about it.
Man, isn't that the way? They always say that to you, just as you're splitting down the middle. They always say, boy, try to hold on to yourself. And when you break into a million pieces, they try to say, keep yourself together, just like you can flip it on or off.
Must be pretty rough.
I'll tell you, if you don't let me out of here, in the next 5 minutes, I'll show you how rough a wingding can be. I'll make this place look like an elephant walk.
Why don't you lie down and get some sleep?
You think just because I yawn that I'm sleepy? Look, just give me a little money, see? Just $10. I'll pay it back to you. Just to see me through till morning, so I can think about going to Lexington, you know? Huh? You go back in there with your girl. She's a great, good-looking kid. And you go in there and you eat your omelet. And let me go out the front door. Huh?
I'm sorry.
Oh, please.
Arnie, I'm
please.
trying to help you. You've given up. Don't ask me to give up, too.
I owe you $10. Arnie, now it's in writing. Todd, old boy, now look. Inside the next tick of the clock, a time bomb's gonna bust right out in your face. Now look at me. You know what's on my back? All saddled and ready for yippee-i-o? You know what happens when they open the corral? Any second, now it's gonna swing open. All I gotta do is press the end of my nose to the tip of my jaw and I bust inside out. Did you ever see a man bust inside out? Well, answer me. You gotta answer in every pocket. Answer me! You better stay in the other room.
We're in this together.
Yeah, sure, you do the watching and I'll do the shaking. Man, it must be imperial, wheeling about in the sun. Great, big, beautiful seagulls. Circling around without a feather out of place, looking down, watching the sharks tear the tuna.
There must be something we can do for you.
Well, just loan me $10, huh? And tell your muscle friend to quit flexing these biceps and let me out of here.
You know we can't do that. Why don't you let me see the picture? The one of Laura and your little boy. Go in the kitchen and get something to eat now before it gets cold. I'll handle him.
What do you want with it?
I was just thinking it would be a very good idea if we both studied it. Then everything you're about to go through now, it would be for them. You see, I care.
I can see you do. Oh, sorry. Oh, look.
Todd! This. I started to pick it up and...
Man, listen, if I don't get it fixed by 3 o'clock, my jaw's gonna come right off right on her pretty carpet.
Forget about your jaw. The writing on this IOU is the same as on the back of the picture. You wrote it, not Laura.
Somebody had to write it.
There isn't any Laura.
Man, you don't have a brain, you have a cyclotron. One flash after another.
No Laura and no little boy.
Well, why isn't there a Laura? There has to be. You know, 10 million Lauras all over the world with 10 million kids in their arms, all looking at cameras. Why not me? Eh?
Who's the girl in the picture?
How do I know?
You found this like the skate key and just used it to get sympathy.
Look, leave me alone, huh?
What do you do with somebody that dishonest?
I'll call the lieutenant and let him take care of it. Obviously, this is more than we can handle.
Look, you pick up that phone, I'll bust up this place!
Don't try it.
You make that call, I'll cut off my arm! Where is it?
There. Yes?
It's me.
Hi. You come back for more sandwiches?
It was raining books. Where is he?
The bathroom.
Alone?
What's the matter with that?
Get it open, Dad.
You'll break it in.
That's the idea.
Who are you, God?
I'm the fishhook in your gut. You just try and rip me out. Just try.
Why'd you come
What,
back?
you want to snap my back? Why don't you have some mercy, man?
You and me, we're gonna climb out of this swamp together. Now, you get a pillowcase, and you clean out the medicine cabinet. Wrap up everything in that bathroom except the towels.
You mean he was going to use an ordinary medicine dropper right into the vein?
He'd use a shovel if that's all he had.
What could he find in Charlotte's medicine chest? What's in the dropper?
Dolly's
PG.
paregoric.
You mean like for the stomach?
Shut up, shut up. Talk, 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 talk! You and that wide-eyed dame. Like neither of you ever lifted a stone or turned a corner. Now what do I have to do? Educate him, give him a conducted tour? Or tell him to climb off?
Get started in the bathroom. After we get finished there, we'll take one of these mattresses away from the door and put it over there in the middle of the room where we can watch him.
Now wait a minute, man. If you think I'm going cold turkey, you're flipped. I'm gonna bust out of here.
He's been acting like a madman. I still think we should call the lieutenant.
He was faking, and he's faking now. Whatever he pulled on you before was a circus. All that jazz you see in the movies about cold turkey, guys climbing the walls and screaming and hollering, it doesn't happen that way. So you can cut the act. I'll tell you what's going to happen. Around 7 o'clock tonight, it's going to land on you. And when it does, you're going to be too sick to climb the walls. You're going to lay out there on the floor, and you're going to sweat for 5, and you're going to freeze for 5. And you're going to pull yourself into a ball, and you're going to kick a couple of times, maybe to ease the pain. And then you're going to run in there, and you're going to cough up your stomach. But that's it. For the next 48 hours, that's the whole enchilada. Nothing glamorous, Todd, like what you see from Hollywood. No big dramatic deal, no crises, no serum being rushed to Rome, no fever that breaks and the kid opens his eyes and smiles into the camera while they sneak in the violins. Just a dirty, filthy sickness. But when it's over, you're not going to have any more horse in your veins.
How do you know?
I've heard it all, so don't try and con me. Don't tell me it's like hands of a clock turning inside of you, razor blades, every second a cut, every minute an amputation, a sky full of pigeons caged in your brains, drums in your lungs, words, 2-bit thunder, something that witch doctors rattle to hide the truth. I know the truth, kid. You've got a cone of ether over your nose? Well, nobody's holding it there except yourself. I'm going to tear that cone off. You're going to start breathing fresh air again. You're going to start looking around on other people's problems, not just hiding in the mirror and knocking your knees together because the sun comes up in the morning. And I don't want to know your name. I don't care. To me, you're X1. I don't want to know your case history. So don't tell me about how your mother belted your father and you lost respect for him, or how your uncle drank, or how some cat set a bad example for you in some broken down tenement. So what? The world stinks, huh? People, times. Well, look around you. It doesn't have to. You don't have to stay home to see bad examples. Now, you and me, we're going to work. You and me, X1, we're going to see if you've got the guts to be born again, and if I've got the stamina to deliver you.
Almost 7 o'clock. He's been right about everything else. I guess he's right about this, too.
He could have been a little more diplomatic, don't you think?
Well, there's something about the word out gets the message across. Never seen Buzz like this before. Times today I wondered if I ever really knew him. As a matter of fact, I'm beginning to wonder if I ever really knew anybody. Myself included.
I know what you mean. Me too. May I have a cigarette?
I feel like I've been walking on fire. I can't find any blisters, but something got burned away. I don't know yet if it's for good or bad, but I'm different. I'm not sure about a lot of things that I was sure about before. I guess the fact that we failed as human beings with that kid downstairs. A bag of bones. That's what the lieutenant said, wasn't it? There was nothing we could do for him.
It made me feel alone. Almost scared alone, you know? Take all those cars down there. Take the whole city. Alive with 1 million people. Here we all are, pressed in together. Passing each other on the highway, talking to each other. Even loving each other. All the time, we're really alone, aren't we? How many of those people down there on Storrow Drive have any idea what's been happening under our feet in my apartment? And what do we know about the people in those cars?
Yeah, we failed with Arnie, but maybe Buzz won't. As long as somebody, somewhere, anybody, anywhere can hook onto another person, share a truth even for 1/10 of a second. That's something, isn't it? Yeah. It's a start.
out of this, I'm gonna kill you. So I'm unbroiling and throw you a blanket.
Any minute now, you'll be in deep freeze. Keep it handy.
To get you on the rack.
We're all on the rack. We're all hooked by something. One thing or another, sometime. The idea to get unhooked. To find a new fix, a better one. Something you don't have to look for in the dark. I can't push you into Lexington. I'm not trying to. I'm doing this for myself, not for you.
Oh, help me.
Look, you want any help from me? You're gonna have to crawl to me, X1. On your knees, begging. Clear?
Just to get well, to come and get you'd be worth it. Man, what's with you? You got a stone chest and a cannonball for a heart? You don't even care. You don't even want to hear my story.
I'd hate it.
X1, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
Please help me. Help me get through it. Look, I'm crawling. Just like you wanted.
You're not crawling towards me, Arnie. You're crawling towards yourself. For the first time.
Well, I never tried to kick it before. I never had the guts, and I haven't got the guts now because I'm dying. You hear me? I'm dying. I can't make it. I can't make it by myself.
Yes, you can. You're not alone, Arnie. You're not alone.
Well, you were on it, weren't you? You wouldn't act like this unless you were on it. You were hooked once, weren't you?
No, not like you think. Maybe worse. I don't know. I never spoke about it to anybody, not even my buddy. It's like opening a closet full of last century's clothes. You see, I was a kid that had nobody. I was just a basket case on the front doorsteps. Anyway, like 15 years later, I was on the street making out. And I meet this guy. He's about 40. And he's got a good job. Nothing great, you know, it's good. He's got a wife who figures he's got the moon in one hand and the sun in the other. And he's got a kid about my age. So a truck hits this kid, 21st Street, in the afternoon. I don't know, after that, I sort of fit into the family like, well, like in his place. And this older guy, well, I sort of felt like I had an old man of my own. I put him on top of the Empire State Building. You know, just like Anna, that was his wife, just like Anna. Okay, so I loved him like he was my own dad. Shh, it's all right. It's all right, easy, easy, easy. It's all right. Anyway, one night, when he figures we're all out of the house, I catch him giving himself a line shot. I'd seen plenty by the time I was 15, but this really got to me. I guess it's about the first time I ever cried. He was pretty frantic, you know, to see me shook up like that. And he promised me he'd try to kick it. And he asked me to help. So, we took a room in his hotel. And we stayed there for 6 days. And I went through it with him. Every second of it. He'd be doing great, you know. He'd be doing fine, getting clean. And then he'd start acting high again. I found out
He brought his needle and a supply of caps. He was just pretending for my sake, not really trying to kick it for himself. I don't know, maybe I cried again just then, but if I did, it was the last time. I ran out, and I left him there in that room. The next day, somebody found him, face down in the East River. The guys on the block told me later that he'd come looking for me the night before, and he said that he was begging for me to come back and help him, but I was out of touch. You see, when he needed me, I was out of touch.
Long way up.
Go, man. Go. Bust out.
This has been a Screen Gems film presentation from Columbia Pictures. Herbert B. Leonard, executive producer.